What kind of fish is Dory from Finding Nemo? Finding Nemo, which came out in 2003, and its sequel, Finding Dory, released in 2016, led to millions of Pixar viewers becoming, totally infatuated with the friendly and forgetful Dory, who was voiced by Ellen DeGeneres. If you enjoyed learning about the real-life fish behind Dory, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more fun facts, and let us know your favorite ocean creature in the comments below. Dory's real-life counterpart is actually a Paracanthurus hepatus, or Pacific blue tang fish, which is sometimes called a royal blue tang, or even a hippo tang. The name's a little bit misleading since the blue tang isn't always blue. At night, when there's no light reflecting off its pigmentation, it can look white with just a touch of violet. When it's young, it's mostly yellow. So here's a little more about what Dory fish are like in real life, and honestly, whether one belongs in your own fish tank. Where would Finding Nemo's Dory live? Well, according to National Geographic, blue tangs live near coral reefs, where there's plenty of algae, their main food source, for them to scrape off. This is actually good for the coral reefs too, since algae buildup has been linked to a decrease in reef health and could really upset the food chain. If you're hoping to spot a blue tang in the wild, you should check out a coral reef in either the Pacific or Indian Ocean. According to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, these fish are known to live near Australia, India, Thailand, Japan, Guam, American Samoa, Kenya, South Africa, and honestly, a whole bunch of other territories. Do Dory fish make good pets? When Disney released its live-action adaptation of 101 Dalmatians back in 1996, the charm of those dogs on screen had a pretty significant impact on sales of the breed. So much so, in fact, that animal activists voiced their concern that people were buying Dalmatians without really understanding their unique temperament, which led to scores of Dalmatians ending up in shelters. In Finding Dory's case, a 2019 study actually failed to find evidence that the actual purchase of blue tangs increased after the movie's release. But, the discourse was full of questions about the ethics of owning one. Like a lot of tropical fish, blue tangs have never been successfully bred in commercial aquariums, though researchers at the University of Florida might have figured out a way to change that. Instead, fishermen capture them with cyanide, either squirting some at the fish directly or pumping it into the water, hoping the poison will lead some of them to the surface for easier scooping. Obviously, adding poison into a marine environment isn't what conservationists would consider a smart move. It can pollute waters, damage reefs, and kill fish, even some time after the fact. Organ failure is not uncommon among fish exposed to cyanide. Some estimate that half of the living things that come into contact with that cyanide will die immediately. As you may have already guessed, wondering what kind of fish Dory is, well, a little bit more of a loaded question than just finding out her species. A real Dory might be laced with cyanide, be aggressive toward other fish, especially other blue tangs, and can grow to be almost a foot in length, which is a far cry from the diminutive, lovable character in the feature films. Demand for the fish could also lead to population problems. For all of those reasons, if anyone in your household is wondering what kind of fish Dory is with an eye on actually getting one, the answer is simple. She's the kind you should really be leaving alone. What are some other types of fish in Finding Nemo? If you're just wondering about the Pixar franchise's fish species out of pure curiosity, however, here are some additional details you might appreciate. Gill is a Moorish idol, or Xanthus cornutus, another coral reef dweller. Bubbles is a yellow tang, also known as Zebrasoma flavescens, from the same family, Acanthuridae, as Dory. Deb is thought to be either a four-striped damselfish, which is Dacilus melanurus, or a three-striped damselfish, Dacilus arowanus, though they're usually black and white rather than blue and white. Nemo and his dad, Marlin, are of course clownfish, which, by the way, have more talents than the movies actually cover.